So YouTube just recently held a copyright conference, a conference based on basically on all things YouTube copyright. And Liberalviewer was one of the attendees of this conference. And it was pretty interesting, I guess. A Liberalviewer kind of set himself up as the guy who's going to show up and sort of speak for the average YouTubian and stand up for things. And one of the questions and he made a video before doing the conference, one of the questions he asked his viewers was, what is the biggest issue do you think I should bring up? What are you guys most interested in hearing about in regards to YouTube copyright policies? Well, predictably, and as I myself commented and voted for as well, it was filing false DMCA issues, the filing false DMCAs. How is YouTube going to what are they planning on doing to put a stop to it? Or at least what are they planning on doing to deter people from going that route, from trying to silence them through issuing false DMCAs? So anyway, listen, this is what YouTube had to say about it. Take it away, YouTube.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up one more topic because my viewers are going to kill me if I don't bring up the DMCA abuse issue. People file DMCA takedowns when they don't really own the copyright, or they do it to harass people or to get the personal information from the counter notice. And does YouTube do anything to try to go after people who file bogus DMCA takedown notices?
So I don't know if we've gone after anybody yet. It's a possibility that we might at some point.
I would say never on that. It's a challenge.
And so there's your answer. That's all that really needs said. I mean, that reaction to that question was so fucking classic. I mean, at least Liberalviewer asked him, you know. I mean, he asked it seemed to me about the most timid, shy way that you could ask somebody a question that was supposed to be the most important question that he was supposed to ask. They're representing the YouTube community, and the reaction was just priceless. Like, you know, it's never say never. Is basically that means don't hold your fucking breath. Don't hold your breath. Don't expect anything done anytime soon. Not that interested. And it would seem that this would go against YouTube's interest as well, doesn't it? Like if a video gets taken down and it was monetized, and it goes and then it gets taken down like during the height of when it was popular, it's about to start making some real money. Yeah, that hurts the user, and this is the system is set up as such. If you really hate somebody or you really want to stop them from being able to say what they're saying, you just file the false DMCA. You hit them in their pocketbook. Especially if they have monetized fucking videos, and you've hit them right in their pocketbook. Now you've damaged their income. That's a pretty serious way to fuck somebody over. And that's set up to where that's the main way that you can get somebody on YouTube. And it's real easy. Anybody can do it. It happens all the time, every day. There's not really a whole lot of other juicy tidbits about this that came out in the conference, in the whole video that Liberalviewer put up. But they did talk about it at least a little bit further.
Is there any way you can protect the personal information? Is there any way you could hold the personal information until you got evidence that a lawsuit was going to be filed or something like that?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to actually look into the details on that.
A lot of people are. I've seen it happen to 100 people at least that there are these fake DMC takedowns that suspended a lot of accounts, and it's not the real copyright holder. It's just harassing people doing this. So.
Or even if it's a copyright holder that doesn't actually.
Right. Well, that's just another issue too.
So one thing everybody should know is that we have anybody in the world can file a DMCA takedown notice, right? All they have to do is swear under penalty of perjury they're the copyright owner, that they think their stuff's in this video, that they think it's a copyright violation, and take it down. And then, like I said, there are ways for people to sue them back if they think they've made a mistake or they've abused the process. That's just for if somebody wants to fax in a DMCA takedown notice, or the email or DMCA alias. For all the Content ID stuff, all the kind of turbocharged tools and all that, we put conditions on how people use that stuff. So if someone's abusing it, and if someone's not using it the right way, we'll definitely first send a strong message saying, you may have not realized what you were doing here. These are really powerful tools, and they can ruin people's videos, and they can limit free speech if they're used incorrectly.
Did you hear that? YouTube, if they discover that somebody's filing these false DMCAs or has filed a few of these false DMCAs, they send them a letter that says, hey now, we're not sure if you did this on purpose or not, but you might be limiting free speech, so be seriously careful, guys. Be careful. You might be limiting free speech. Do you think the guy who opens a YouTube account, fuck Coughlin, I'm a troll fan 1, you think that guy's gonna care that he might be infringing upon someone's free speech? He already knows good and goddamn well that he's infringing on someone's free speech. That's the point. That's what they set out to do. That's his goal. It's his reason that he's on here. That's that's the purpose of his actions. You got to be kidding me. I mean, for real, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
We just respond to the complaint, and you know, if they fill out the paperwork correctly and they swear under penalty of perjury and all that, and they give us an actual URL. I mean, most people use the takedown tools responsibly, and most of them, I would hope that no one would take something down without looking at it and then swearing under penalty of perjury that they own something.
It doesn't really matter. They don't care what they're swearing.
Hope.
Yeah, and you would hope that trolls didn't exist in the first place, or you would hope to find $1 million buried underneath your house. But does hoping for a solution really make for an effective business strategy?
When you get someone that's trying to take a video down, what information do you get from that? You were saying they have to submit your information, like your URL. I mean, how do you verify it's even a real person, not just some kid?
Right, it could be, but we definitely look for what's required by the statute.
On the YouTube help site, and we ask for the URL, the name, the phone number.
So all Dickie McTrollingston needs to do is put his name down, Dickie McTrollingston, his fucking URL, www.trollvillage.com, and a few other pieces of easily falsifiable information, and you can put it into somebody's good time on YouTube real quick, possibly get their account suspended. It's crazy how callous they are about that whole issue. They just don't really seem to give too much of a fuck about it. It doesn't really matter to them. The guy's response of oh yeah, you could do that, I suppose, as though it's something that's never happened on YouTube before. This is a brand new thing that he's never heard of. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Anyway, I'll put links to the whole conference up so you guys can see it without me pulling it out and analyzing little bits of it. There's some more interesting stuff on there. I thought it was pretty interesting. A little bit later on, they bring up the issue of never being able to get a hold of YouTube. Especially if you're a regular user, you cannot get a hold of YouTube if you have a problem. You could send a message after message. The only thing you'll ever get back are automated responses, varying automated responses, with some stupid, patronizing, fucktard excuse for a reply that's already been written out that has nothing to do with your problem or anything about you. They go on to talk about how even the partners can't fucking get a hold of YouTube. They talk about how their months go by and they still can't, and they're sending them letters, and their partners that are making them money, and they still won't respond. They won't get back to them. And YouTube just sort of just blows it off. They're like, we have a whole building full of people working on this. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you got a whole building full of people working on replying to people's problems on YouTube? What the hell are you paying them to do? What are they doing in there? So I don't know. I'm always accused of having a knee-jerk reaction to shit like this. But as always, you are free to voice your own opinion in the comments section. So let me know what you think. Does this, hearing these types of things, hearing this from YouTube, does this make you feel good about how the company plans on dealing with stuff like false DMCAs heading into the future? Or is it sad and depressing? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.